Howdy, hey folks, welcome to another Worldbox video. Real quick, I just wanted to announce that this channel finally has unlocked channel memberships on YouTube. I'm having stuff be worked on like badges, and I'm going to be messing with the benefits stuff that like it shows early access to videos, but it's not really early access to videos, but you get like extra videos kind of a thing. But yeah, right now there's only 2 members only videos. Over time it's going to be like way more. But it's only for if you really want to support me, or further support me, then but of course you can always continue the subscribing and interaction and stuff like that. I greatly appreciate it. Now, today, okay, I'm going to be doing a Worldbox video. I'm going to try to make it as like a story as much as I could make this, because the way how Worldbox works is it kind of plays itself sometimes. So we're going to be doing my best to have a kind of like a timeline, so to speak. So we're currently in the year 1. We're in the month of February, and the first signs of life of like civilization and stuff, you know, it is it would probably take a while, but you know, we're just gonna have it happen. And so these two are gonna be living on the opposite ends of each other, so we get to see their growth and whatnot, you know what I mean? And so we get to kind of learn about these kingdoms. You know, it looks like all of the people are very happy here in Zazat right now. And yeah, so there's that. And so now we've got this kingdom. This is the Grenamor. I think that's what it's called, if I pronounced it correctly. Probably not, but yeah, so this is the ruler of something. Okay, Vavu. Okay, it's the kingdom of Vavu. I see. And so we've got Jiden. Apparently, they fell in love. Hold on, let me see. Let me see who their lover is. Okay, Yasalamuna. Okay, we'll follow those two. Why not? Why not? Right. This guy is also seems to be a part of like some kind of royalty. Maybe he's a leader in the village. Apparently there's like leaders and there's also kings. So, and the king, where's, okay, there he is. There's homie. Why is he tiny? A king should not be tiny. But oh, they're socially recovering. They've also fell in love. So let's have a look here. Okay, cool. Good for you. Kazo Ord. Nice. Couple goals, honestly. And so obviously things are kind of going to be rather, I guess, peaceful for the most part, you know? Kingdoms are being built. Things are being invented. And things are just happening, so to speak, you know? We're kind of starting to see maybe some armies starting to form from each kingdom as they kind of consolidate their power. And although the orcs here are just kind of mucking about right now, let's have a look. And you know, we can kind of call this era the era of identity, where each kingdom kind of forms its identity and really tries to figure out their place in the world, whether or not they hate the other kingdom, whether or not they even know of the kingdom. But right now they don't really like know of each other yet, because they're not even close. Okay, so some villages are being discovered here. That is quite lovely. I love seeing that. And it also looks like we're seeing catapults. And what are these things? I don't quite know, but I think they're from a video game. But yeah, so now we've got a. Looks like we got a captain of an army over here. I want to say that's like captain, maybe general or something like that, right? And of course, we're gonna go like into like, you know, whenever a king dies and maybe how they died, because I'm gonna be like very attentive, because I'm gonna be looking back and forth hella. So I need to see what happens, you know. And somebody has kicked the bucket. I think it was the king's lover. Wait. Wait, now bro has a different lover? Oh, okay, hold on. Did we not like the other lover, or like what happened there? Okay then. Lover is chilling in the farms. Wait, the king is in love with a farmer? Dang, I guess they don't care much about social statuses here. Oh, what is Nitopa Puha doing right now? Look at that recoil. Oh my gosh. No! What? The lover just died. Now the lover died. And then another one. I mean, they are a king after all. I mean, they can fucking do whatever the hell they want, but like, what's happening to the lovers here? Relationships are complicated in the Orc Kingdom, I guess. Maybe they're just not getting along. I don't know why they wouldn't be getting along, because they're literally all orcs. And there's literally no other kingdoms. So next thing we're going to do is, you know what, these guys are going to start maybe building a wall. I haven't messed with these yet, and honestly, I kind of want an excuse to do so. So we're just going to kind of name. Y'all can probably name this wall if you want, you know. You could name it something like Hadrian's Wall, you know. Or maybe Luke's Wall, like from Black Sabbath. You know what? Fuck it, I'm calling it that. It's a wall. I don't know why they're building it. They could be just they're just not as trusting of people, and they kind of just blocked themselves pretty much in. I mean, look at this. But yeah, they got a wall, and they're gonna block themselves in. Although I did give them a nice little area so that they can like go in and out and not have to actually be confined to that wall, but rather they could have their kingdom confided within the walls. And maybe they have some kind of feeling that maybe that'll protect them a little bit. But yeah, so now we're going to start having maybe some collectives, sort of maybe going out and exploring and maybe forming their own kingdom, because they're kind of sick and tired of the fucking wall. It wasn't there for like too long, but you know. And people from this area had gotten rather curious, so they wanted to kind of explore, and they get stuck around here. So good for them. I wish them nothing but the best. Wow. Okay. A new royal family has. Oh, and another lover died. I'm pretty sure. Well, damn. Rest in peace. Honestly. Let's have a look at the new lover, though. I just want to see, because this person has had multiple lovers. Okay. Female. They are a knight. That's cool. Wait, whoa. Famola ended Doya. Maybe a jealous lover? Wow. Bad fucking luck, buddy. Somebody's killing this guy's fucking lovers or something, man. Maybe another human kingdom. They do a great expedition, land expedition, something like the Oregon Trail, and they just have a bunch of people with food supply, and they just settle over here. And Gyra died. Gosh darn it, Gyra! Why are you dying? It is the year 53, and just a lot of people are dying. So we're also in basically in the medieval era, I want to say. As you can see, the medieval age, not era. The eras are different. Oh, and another king is gone. Wow, they died in their home. Huh. So basically, these guys, they're just, I don't know, dude, just something about them just doesn't really get along. And this guy doesn't like the fact that there's now other like rival kingdoms, and so we're probably going to have our first conflict here. And so they're going to declare war on the Lalaglan. So have fun with that. Damn, karma's a biatch. Okay, now we have a child apprentice here. So maybe someday this person will become king. You never know. Especially in a war right now. We've got the king of this place, but he's literally the only motherfucker that's in there. So I kind of feel bad for homie. There's kind of a little scuffle going on. No, dude, the king abandoned their country, bro. Of course, because they got pushed all the way over here. But yeah, no, dude, the Vavu, they're a little bit, like, merciless. Like, they don't give a shit. They're probably the most militaristic out of all of these kingdoms. I mean, come on, they literally started the first ever conflict in this world. Not even the Orcs done that yet. Oh, damn, the horrible Battle of Vavu has ended. Yeah, I would say that was horrible. You know, they were probably screaming mercy, mercy, and you just fucking ran right in anyway. Some people are probably going to exile, and especially since there's no boats, so they can only really migrate by land. And so they're going to form the Pomeradet. The Pomeradet. Ooh, another king is dead. The king of this kingdom here was dead. And it looks like we have a child king here. Loa. Okay, well, good luck, Loa. You've got a lot of growing up to do. But yeah, good for you, Kalvik. Although Kalvik, buddy, so maybe some people within the Kalvik and the Gulfarot, Anyway, we're just gonna call this the Garo Kingdom. Way fucking easier name to pronounce. And these guys are gonna ally because I don't know, Kalviks and shit, dude. They're a little worried. I mean, they kind of have every right to be. And so they form the Void Bond, and to somewhat help combat the Vavu Kingdom up here. I mean, they already got fucking ships and shit, dude. And so now the Orcs are going to start trying to do some more exploration. And so now we're in the era of exploration. So we went from the era of identity because now we basically have the kingdoms forming their identities, especially this one over here. And people are just kind of exploring, right? They're curious. They want to form some more kingdoms in those areas so that nobody else can take the wonderful resources that is the lands below their feet. And there's going to be some more human kingdoms created. Lots more expeditions, especially from the Vavu kingdom, since they're like just fucking huge and they got boats and shit. Like, come on. They're obviously going to be expanding hella at some point. But yeah, so we have our first alliance, and we also have our very first conflict. So that's quite epic. Now, speaking of conflict, so if you remember earlier, these guys went away because they didn't quite like the wall. So they declare war. Yeah, okay, here we go. So as soon as the king died when the war was declared in the year 84, Kamazak, the new royal family of Red Aga Oz. So that's interesting. So yet another royal family here has risen to power. Oh, random tornadoes. Are they just fucking conjuring up tornadoes now? Last I checked, I didn't give them that ability, but it's fine. I mean, if one of them so happened to have the ability, I'm not going to really do anything. Ooh. It looks like this Orcs king here is going to be fighting on the front line with their brethren. But with the gun's recoil, it has now put them into... Ooh. King, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. They took over the village. Oh, and their king leaves, dude. Wow, that must be fucking demoralizing, man. But yeah, they're literally going to war over a wall. Just remember that. The great Orc Wall War. I don't know. Y'all can probably come up with much better names than I can right now. This is the time that the orcs and the humans are going to be very close. They're like this close right now. And ooh, the King Loa of this country here is dead. But a new king were hailed, a child. Yet another fucking child. Oh my gosh. This child is also... Dude, they're literally 2 years old. Why is this person 2 years old and they're fucking ambitious? Okay, well... These are pretty much all of the kingdoms here, but we still kind of got this Zokot war going on. And they've been reduced to a single village. And they're kind of being destroyed right now. Just a little bit. Their king is running around wild right now. I don't know what they're going to do. Because they have to somehow not lose the rest of their kingdom. But I don't know if they can achieve that. Because they literally have no allies. But speaking of, these guys heard about their war. And they're going to ally with them almost last minute. And so now we have the enchanted union between these two orc kingdoms, and hopefully we can have some competition between. I mean, they heard what was going on, and they wanted to reach out and help. So why not? Well, looks like the Zokot got a village back, but at what cost? Especially since there goes the main village. The Zokot have been completely reduced to this. Oh man, dude, those are fucking resilient motherfuckers right there, dude. Jesus Christ, come on, I'm rooting for you, buddy. I'm rooting for you. No, dude, why do the kings keep dying? Why do the kings keep dying in this fucking area, man? Another king gets hailed and they're like, oh, shit. Because they know exactly what happened to the last one, so they might die as well. And we're gonna do another update to the ally layer. So these two kingdoms up here are thinking of joining this alliance here, and they are accepted. It's more like a coalition, a bond between several kingdoms, and they're gonna declare war. This is gonna be a pretty fair conflict, so we should hopefully see what goes down. But the Kalvik have been for too long too scared of the Vavu kingdom, and they decided that maybe it's about time that they and their allies go to war. And as you can see, the Garo kingdom and the Amagan, and it looks like their ally is going to send in maybe some kind of like support forces, I guess. Oh my gosh, dude, they're destroying this wall. It's kind of cool. So yeah, no, they're sending some forces over here. Maybe they can help. Oh. And that causes the alliance to dissolve, which causes this kingdom to be at war with this kingdom. And now they basically hold the burden of the Zakat. Rest in peace, the Zakat. These two are chilling right now. They are chilling. They're kind of friendly towards each other. You know, they're talking, and you know, the more that they talk and learn about each other, the more that they learn that maybe there's things that they don't like. You know, they just kind of pick out those things, and they put them right in the back of their head. That is for sure. And another king is dead. The king of Garo is dead, but a new king is hailed. I think it was somebody that we've favorited. Athubana. Is that how that's pronounced? Athubana? Oh my goodness. We're starting to see aircraft. And tanks. What? What year is it? Oh my gosh, it's only the year 100. Oh wow, dude, this war, that war lasted a really long time, and it's going to last even longer because of this kingdom. And it looks like the Alliance failed to kind of do what the Alliance purpose was, which was to protect the Kalvik kingdom. But they might be able to gain back this little village here. And it's destroyed completely by the other team. Wow. They really said, if we can't have this village, then nobody can. But these other kingdoms, especially around this area, they're kind of seeing this conflict and they're going, "Huh?" And so they're definitely going to feel some inspiration, especially about the Kalviks. And we're going to have our first conflict between the Orcs and the humans. So now these humans are going to declare war on these Orcs, and obviously word might get around, especially when it comes to the Orc people. Okay, they may be from different kingdoms, but they are all of the same race, and they all get along fairly fine. I mean, their cultures are pretty similar to one another. They're Orcs. They harvest literally bones and flesh. So it's kind of brutal to be an Orc, to be honest. Word has pretty much gone around. I mean, it's been like 5 years. And let's just say these two are not a big fan. They're obviously on one side, and these guys are not on the Orc side. So they kind of want the Orcs' land, as their brothers from afar, from over here, are fighting their own fellow brethren. But these guys are hoping to unite with their fellow brethren so that they don't have to worry about future conflicts, so to say. But this other war over here is still raging on. This village somehow wasn't fully destroyed. I think these guys might be outnumbered. Their wall is pretty destroyed. Like, pretty destroyed. Oh, and another king is dead. And so this king wants to maybe avenge their king, and they're going to now participate in the war of Rudord? Dude, what are these fucking names? But obviously the sentiments of not liking each other is building. As these conflicts continue to go on and rage on, people are getting tired and they're getting, probably fatigued as well. I mean, I would imagine. And another village is destroyed. Wah, wah, wah. But the Gekkar are sending their forces in there, seeing if they can take up any opportunities for land with a Glock 17. I'm sure that's going to work very, very well for you, sir. I think this is another king. Or somebody. I mean, he's shooting at something. And the Erd Kingdom is gone. Now, the surrounding orcs, they're not very happy about that. That is kind of the theme of today's video, right? And so they're going to ally with these guys, they're going to ally with these guys. And so these guys are like, yo, what the fuck? Why you do that? And then these guys are going to join. And so these guys are going to make their own alliance because they're talking to each other and they're like, yo, we can help you out in this war, take more land and protect your own and your ally. So, yeah. And these people, they're going to stay neutral, believe it or not. A Orc Kingdom that stays neutral, no way. As the Red Oz, they're literally already fighting a war. They're going to declare another one. Now, this could be a pretty big mistake because now they're basically fighting a two-front war. So, good luck. And so now humans are fighting each other. Basically kind of via a weird proxy. Although they don't know that this is a proxy war because that term probably isn't invented yet. Yeah, no, dude. And these guys over here, they're kind of just surrounded by other alliances. And so they're going to think about joining the Eternal Treaty. Now, the reason why is because they're pretty close to like this other alliance, but these guys, they don't really care much for these people here. So they decided to join the other alliance instead that also didn't really quite care for these people. They just kind of want land and they want to expand, and they also want to at some point eradicate the humans at some point. But this war is still raging on, by the way. Ooh, the Garo Kingdom is really starting to take some losses right now. Ooh, and look at all of these buildings that are just destroyed. Good lord. Man, why are these humans not uniting against the orcs? Oh, okay, sending in some forces over here. There's a little tornado action. I honestly really just love seeing fucking tornadoes being conjured out of thin air. It's like that one video, Mages and Chaos. It's one of my favorite Betalith videos, and this is actually going to be another Betalith as we're playing with M3. But dude, I like how these guys' population just is pretty much like unscathed. Like, and this kingdom has been around since like literally the very beginning, right? Same with this kingdom. Same with the same with this orc kingdom over here. They've been around for quite a very long time, for around 140 years, which that's quite a long time to be around. Although maybe you could like tens time the time, and that's the timeline kind of a thing. I don't know how exactly this timeline's gonna work. There's also this war going on. This village, they've got a fair bit of destruction over here. Bro is spawn camping over here. I don't know what's going on. A little bit more chaos. So these kingdoms are gonna start joining in on the war. If you guys also remember, these guys don't like these guys, so but these guys also don't like these guys, so these guys are kind of split. They don't mind the orcs up here, but down here, where they're like more close to them, they don't like them so much. Now these orcs are gonna join in, are gonna declare war on the Oz over here, because they just want more land. I mean, they got boats and shit. Like, why not? Why not try to invade their ass? Do a surprise fucking landing. Boom. And then these guys are going to declare war on this other kingdom here. And these guys are going to declare war on these guys. Okay, no, they're already at war with them. Okay, that's good. Ooh, look at that. Dude, they're all modernized mostly over here. Wait, what about this kingdom, though? Not really. Probably because they've been fighting a lot of wars. Ooh, and these guys now are starting to outnumber these guys over here. Some of the other village people are just like sleeping, just letting it happen. Oh, yeah, no, looks like this is a pretty big offensive here. Like, they're going in right now. They took 2 villages. Maybe a third? Ooh. There they go. There goes some forces. Uh-oh, this village might get taken back by the other team. Oh, never mind. Apparently it's rainy, by the way. Kind of fitting. Ooh, there goes another fucking village. Ooh. Oh, but they might take it back? Okay. These guys are definitely on the defensive. The light blue team, I want to say. Or the light blue country. Although they're kind of surrounded with this village. So they're just going to continue wasting more and more resources on it until they have no more resources left. But, oh my gosh, what's that? Ooh, there might be a little bit of a shenanigans going on over here. And they might take the village here, but they might also take back this other one here. Ooh, are they gonna be able to consolidate and take this back? I think they will. Although that tornado is really not helping, not giving them any favors, because it keeps bundling them up together. The final showdown for the light blue team. Here we go. They're sending over some Da Vinci tanks. Oy vey. Oh, and another king has been killed by an artillery piece. Oh, and another king was slain by a kingslayer. Homie just fucking assassinated him. Jeez, dude, what's going on in the Fabled Shield Alliance? But, now, in a kind of unexpected move, I'm sorry, but the humans are going to betray you guys. Oh, they already have. Okay, how about you go to war? How about you join the war? Yeah, no, orcs are not going to like that the humans are further joining in on their conflict. especially this area. This area is now going to start joining the war over here. And these guys as well, and these guys too. I mean, they're just trying to spread their influences about as everywhere can be. And they're also going to help out over here in this area. That's also going to probably further hide up tensions. And so now the other Orc kingdoms are going to be like, well, you declare war on the Orcs, so... But, yeah, that is basically all of the war declarations. It's quite literally like a free-for-all right now. But that is basically why the Orcs and the humans do not like each other. Because of some awful kings that decided to do some awful things. And start some very awful, very long wars, might I add. Jesus Christ. I mean, we're 4 times speed and we're still not even in the year 200. But, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to call it here. I think I think that went by pretty dang well. I mean, these guys, their relationship is definitely very battered and bruised and, well, non-existent, especially because of these wars. That's kind of about it. You know, if y'all would like a part 2, ooh, these guys just took another village. But yeah, so if y'all would like a part 2 of this video, do let me know. I do like hearing from you guys. And once again, y'all can finally support me via YouTube channel memberships and super chats and super thanks, whatever they're called. And as always, y'all can like, comment, subscribe for free. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.